In this scenario, I'll play the role of a maintenance planner. And as a maintenance planner, I'm responsible for planning work and making certain that materials are available to keep our assets up and running and to keep our assets in a safe condition. So today, I have logged into my asset management portal and I want to focus on some activities. Today I need to be on top of the shortages, and I want to look at all of those activities that are awaiting material planning. So I'll search for material, and quickly I'm given several options. I'm looking for those activities with the status awaiting material planning, so I will filter on those. And I went from more than 1,000 activities down to 9 work orders. So on the left you have ways to filter data, search and filter data that are specific and relevant to the underlying application. So in this case, EAM, Enterprise Asset Management, things like start dates, completion dates, resources are all very important from a search and filtering perspective. And on the right, you'll see visualizations that are specific to work order activity. So here I can see all of the different work orders in time buckets and the different types of activities. So in this case, I want to focus on those activities where the cause is breakdown. Those are the most important in my organization from a safety perspective and from a manufacturing standpoint. I want to make sure that my assets are up and running. So quickly, the data is filtered again, and I want to focus on just those activities that are older. So I'm going to sort the data, and here I'm going to drill down into this work order here. So what this is doing is it's taking me into the eBusiness Suite information underlying for this work order. Here I can see that this asset is an elevator. It's in the commons area, the location. I can also see that this has already been evaluated by a technician, and I know that it needs a lift motor. Because it's in my queue for work, I also know that this equipment or this part is not available, so I'm going to have to procure it. I want to go ahead and purchase those materials. So now I am taken over into iProcurement, and I want to search for this item. I know I need an elevator, a part for an elevator. So before I had over 3,000 parts. Now I'm going to search for anything related to the elevator, but I also know that I need a motor. So I'll add that to my search criteria as well. And now I've filtered down the information to just 21 items. Well, with this elevator specifically, I know that roping is very important, and I know that the ratio needed for this specific elevator is 1:1. So this now I am given just 4 options. So before I can make a decision on which part I want to buy, I want to compare them. I need some more information about them. So I will select them all and compare them. And what this will do is it will let me do a side-by-side comparison of all of the different attributes. So here I can quickly see that all of these are sourced. I've got a sourcing agreement on all 4 of these, so that's great. I've been quickly driven to 4 parts that are on agreement. So from a cost perspective, that's a great thing. I'm not having any rogue spending going on. And I'm going to make one of these my baseline record. So I know that I need something with 30 amps, so I'm going to pick this one. So now I can eliminate these 2 over here. And I'm also going to do a quick look across all of the other attributes. If I wanted to drag and drop some of these attributes to make it easier to do that, I can. So here I can see the horsepower. I know that this is a passenger elevator, so I can go with the lower horsepower. So now I know that this is my option, and that's the 520. So I'm going to go back over to the list view, and I'm going to add it to a cart. So I find my 520 and add to the cart. Well, this is the only thing I need to purchase today for this work order. So I'm going to go ahead and check out once this is added to the cart. There we go, check out. And because I entered the procurement store, the iProcurement store from eAM, The system knows that this is for a maintenance activity, so it knows to ship it to me in facilities, and it associates it with that work order. So I'll go ahead and submit that. And what happens now is I'll get a confirmation that that order has been placed. And I'll return to my workbench to update that work order. I'm able to see the part that I selected. So here's the part that I selected, the requisition number, and because this was on a source contract, I also have the PO automatically created. I can now update the work order and change it from required material planning to processed for release.